let's start, because I ain't got all day. Hi beauties, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Po, and welcome to this new video. If you're new to my channel, my name is Poya Sek, and welcome. It's about to be the end of 2023, so I wanted to come on here before the end of the year and show you guys my updated makeup routine. These are steps, techniques, and things that I've been incorporating in my makeup routine all year long, and I've been loving my makeup this year really. So I just wanted to share what I have been doing for my makeup. Today I'm going to be going for a everyday makeup glam. This is what I do when I'm going for just a makeup look in general. So if you would like to watch how I do my makeup and how I achieve my everyday makeup glam look for anything or any day, go ahead and keep watching and we'll get right into it. So before I start with my makeup, I have to do skincare. I have a few videos on my YouTube channel that you can check out. Up here I'm going to leave a link so you guys can just see what I've been doing for my skincare. Oily skin type, so in my skincare and my makeup, I truly look for products that are really good for maintaining a matte look throughout the day, because I'm really oily, and throughout the day when I wear my makeup or when I don't wear makeup, my skin just produces oil. So everything is kind of like on the matte side. Also, when I do my makeup, I always have a few paper towels with me. I use this to dust off any excess product that I will not be needing. You don't want to apply too much makeup on your face if you don't really need it, because then it will actually look cakey. So just keep something around you so that you can just take off extra products off of your brushes. So after skincare, first and foremost, I have to go in with primer. Again, I'm an oily girl, so I go in with matte primers. And the primer that I've been really loving this year is the Rare Beauty Pore Diffusing Primer. I really love this primer. I ran out of this bottle a couple months ago and I started using other primers that are drugstore based. I just came to the conclusion that this is the only primer that really helps with mattifying my face down and makes sure that my makeup products stay matte and in place all day. After primer, I go in and I start doing my brows. I have to do my brows first. I can't do my brows after my makeup. So I'm gonna be going in with the NYX Brow Glue. I used to use the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Gel a lot, but over time I realized that it's a little bit too oily, and if I have like an oily face, I just didn't feel like it worked for me any longer. I really loved the product when I first got it, but just wasn't really giving me that brow effect that it used to give me. So I found the NYX Brow Glue because it's available at any drugstore, makeup store, and I really felt like it really just gels down your brows without that extra oiliness. Now sometimes if I'm doing a super glam look or I have to go model, because I don't know if you guys know this, I'm a full-time fashion model here in Houston. So if I have to go to a shoot and I know that I really want my makeup to be like amazing, I will add a little bit of my lash glue to my eyebrows, and then I will add the NYX Brow Glue just to make sure that my brows are like laminated down. This is the spoolie that came with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Gel, but I still use this flat end to basically just make sure that my brows are sticking and it's giving me that laminated effect. Next, I'm going in with the Lamique Beauty Revelation Brow Duo. This is a brow powder and it comes with a concealer, but I mostly just use this brow powder. And to apply this, I'm using the ABH 7B brush to apply that powder. I really love this brush because it really just does a really good job at giving me the effect that I want. For my brows, I do not line the bottom and then the top. I don't do that anymore. I feel like it gives me a very boxy shape. Now, instead of doing that, I try to replicate the hairs by just feathering them in, making sure that the spaces that are hairless on my brows are filled. Try to create that feathery shape on my brows. It really helps to give me a natural brow rather than a boxy-ish brow. I have a really good brow shape, so instead of always like trying to fix them, shape them. I just let them grow however they grow, and I work with that. Most importantly, you need to use the spoolie to just blend out the product. Make sure it's not so harsh and dark that, you know, at the end of the day, I still want it to look like brow. Do take me a little bit of time because I want them to come out really nice. Brows are really important to me because they make the shape of my face. If my brows are wrong, my makeup is gonna come out awful. So I really take time with feathering out the product, blending it out, making sure that it's natural, because it's just super important to have a nice brow for your makeup. Using this Morphe M432 brush, it's really flat and it's gonna really help with lining the brow out and just carving it out and making it look very fresh, new, like you just waxed your brows. After I'm done lining the bottom of my brows, I go in with a foundation stick that is closer to my skin tone or skin shade. And I'm gonna be using the Bosma Beauty foundation stick, the color 3. And I'm just gonna use that with a different Morphe brush, M432. This is another flat brush. And use that to line the top of my brows just to clean the top. I'm gonna be going in with my Morphe M173 brush. I really love this brush for blending out concealer. Just blend out that concealer. I use it to clean the middle of my brows so that we can see the separation of the bridge, the nose, and all of that. And I also use some of the concealer from this brush to blend out the edges of the front so it doesn't look too square. I'll just blend out that concealer that we had just so that it looks more natural rather than, like, you know, harsh. Edges of the brow so it looks more natural and faded out. Next, I'm gonna go in with my Juvia's Place The Warriors palette. Using my Juvia's Place Smudger brush. I use these two colors here. I mix them together. I basically do this to set the concealer under my brow because I don't really do crazy eyeshadow looks, to be honest. My eyeshadow is very basic and I know I don't bring the shadow all the way up here, so I can blend that out. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I'm not the best person to come to for eyeshadow looks. I'm very basic, very 1, 2, 3 shadows and then I'm done because I want to get, my favorite part is just doing face, base, and all those kinds of things. So because I'm going to be trying a new cream blush today, I want to keep the eyes on the same color scheme, so we're going to go for violet. Using the berries from the Juvia's Place palette, and I really love these colors because they just give you all the violets. I'm going to be using this shade from the Black Opal eyeshadow palette. So as I said before, or I don't know if I've said this, but I am not your eyeshadow girly. I used to really want to be, but I realized that I really enjoy a simpler eye look, or maybe just go in with 3 colors and create something that's really natural-ish looking. So I'm going in with these colors because I really want to stay in the violet color palette for my look today. So that is what I'm trying to create. But one tip that I do have, if you're doing eyeshadow and you want to add like a glitter kind of eyeshadow on your lid, I would go in with a concealer or with a base so that when you add that glitter shade on top, it's actually popping. You're getting the full look of that glitter shade. So that's just an important tip if you like to add a glitter sparkly shade on your eyeshadow. I've really been enjoying this Sephora liner that I got a while ago. It has this really nice felt tip that allows you to do a really nice cat eye or winged liner. So that's what I'm going in with. And then I'm also using these Kiss So Wispy lashes. Always use them. I really love wispy lashes. They just give you that cat eye effect, which I really like for any look. I'll be using this Kiss Strip Lash Adhesive. It's in clear. This lash glue will literally keep your lashes on all day, no problem. And another great thing about it is that it won't take you too much trouble to take off the lashes. You just use like an oil-based anything to take them off. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply these off camera, and then I will be back so we can start with our base foundation. All right, now we're gonna get to my favorite part of my makeup, which is the base, the foundation, and all of those things. ABH cream bronzer in the color Cool Brown. Using my Morphe M449 brush, contouring out my face. And you wanna make sure that it is blended so that for the next steps, we don't see anything getting mixed together and the shades are getting messed up. The step that I'm doing is I am doing the underpainting method. One of my favorite makeup artists, makeup people, YouTubers, influencers is Jackie Aina, and I did see her start to do the underpainting a while ago, but I didn't really understand the point of doing that. When I started doing this underpainting method, I realized that my makeup just comes out so much better, so much more flawless, and it just gives me that natural-esque base. For some reason, I just can't go back to the old way that I used to do foundation, because this is literally like the best way for me. Going in with the Jacqueline Cosmetics concealer, color Deep Rich Peach. Ever since I went to Morphe, I'm gonna post a video of when I first tried out her products when I went to Morphe. I used to live next to Memorial Mall in Houston, and every time I went into Morphe, there was always some kind of sale. Always some kind of sale. Like, y'all should see of my makeup brushes. You know, like, they come from different places, but majority of them come from Morphe because there was always a sale at Morphe. Because there was always some kind of sale, like 70% off, 50% off. I ran out of my first bottle. I went to Sephora, I went to Ulta, and I was looking for a new concealer. I could not find, first off, I could not find the Deep Rich Peach shade anywhere. Everyone was trying to give me like a neutral shade or a warm shade, and if you guys see my TikTok, I was literally trying to find a new concealer and it was so hard. All the shades just came out super ashy, super yellow, and I was like, Jacqueline, why did you do this? Like, you made the perfect concealer shade for me that I literally cannot go anywhere else to find my concealer shade. Now, if you guys know of any concealers that are in a deep, rich peach shade, let me know, because I need to know, because I think they're closing down soon, so I had to like get concealers before anything happens. It dries down super fast. Like, it's the perfect, this is the perfect shade for me. Warm, cool shade together. Like, it's just so perfect. You have to blend this out immediately because it dries down so fast. For my under eyes and my face, because I'm oily, so I need to make sure that whatever concealer I use, it's going to stay down. I really like a natural toned concealer just to make sure that whatever I put on my face, it's gonna melt perfectly. Also use some right here, and I'm gonna use that concealer. I put the concealer there to clean out my contour so that once I apply the foundation on top, you can still see the separation between the contour and the rest of my face. And I naturally have very prominent cheekbones, but you know, in makeup, I love to enhance those blessings and gifts that I got from my ancestors, so I really just try to show how prominent they are, and I just love my cheekbones, so I feel like this gives me that extra And now I'm gonna apply on the under eye. You really don't need too much with this concealer. Into like the whole natural look, it looks really pretty on some people, but I like my full glam, so I'm still doing full glam things. Missed this concealer, like, it's just doing something that I really don't see in any other concealer that I've been trying out. And yeah, I'm gonna need y'all's recommendation if you have seen any other concealer that does what this does for me. So this is basically underpainting. Morphe has done it again with their amazing products. I really love this faux filler, this full filter effect foundation. It's really nice. And again, another foundation, another brand that does amazing with the skin tone, the skin shades. Like, this one is like my perfect match. You don't need to use that much foundation. It actually cuts down your foundation portion in half, sometimes 1/3. And I've really found that in my foundations. Like, I've been able to keep a lot of my foundations because the underpainting method does not require too much product on your face. I'm gonna just use that much. If you're looking to get a very full foundation look, a very full glam makeup, I recommend using a dense foundation brush like so. I'm gonna be using this Morphe Vegan Pro brush. I don't really know the name, but I have a video on brushes that I got from Morphe from this specific collection. I really love this brush. I have 3 of them. I use one for foundation, I use one for blush, and then I have an extra just in case. It's giving the Harry Potter one. So before I start, I'm gonna go in with my Milani Make It Last 16 Wear Setting Spray. My brush really quick. And I'm just doing this to make sure that once it spreads out, the foundation stays in place. Because, you know, we're a matte girl. We want our foundations to stay on all day. If we're working an 8 to 5, if I'm in a photo shoot for 5 hours, I want to make sure that my makeup stays on and I don't have to always reapply.
I really love this method because I'm really saving on the amount of foundation.
And go over what we just did, and we're just gonna blend that out to look like the most natural face ever. Don't forget that neck.
If you haven't tried doing this method, I would just go ahead and try it out and see for yourself.
Look at how beautiful that was. Like, you still have your concealer, you still have your contour, it's just underneath, and the foundation is doing exactly what the foundation is supposed to do. Just bring it all together and give you that natural finish. So it went from this to this. I go in with the Juvia's Place concealer, and this one is in the color 6. It's a little bit lighter just to add that brightness back into the face, and I just put it here, just one dot here, and maybe right here. Would be to apply my liquid or my cream blushes. This has absolutely changed my makeup game because I was always afraid of liquid and cream blushes. I just thought it would look muddy because you're adding it on top and all of that. Like, I was a powder girl, and this year TikTok changed my life with adding liquid blush and cream blush to my makeup, and I feel like it has really allowed me to still have a really nice dewy finish but still maintain my matteness so I don't look too oily, if that makes sense. I'm gonna be using this new blush that I've never used before from e.l.f. in the color Caribbean. This is their cream blush, but I have to do a TikTok for this product, so I'm going to insert that TikTok video so you guys can see how I apply it and all of that. Finally got my hands on the e.l.f. Putty Blush Cream Blush in the color Caribbean. This makeup product was referred to me by a new follower and a supporter on my TikTok page, so thank you so much for recommending this to me. Ooh, really nice. That is really pretty. So I applied that e.l.f. blush and it's really pretty. Like, that is a really pretty color, so I'm super excited that I got that. So to continue my makeup, I'm going in with another Morphe brush, and this is another Vegan Pro in 105. It has that really nice flat top on the sides but fluffy enough to blend, so I'm just gonna go ahead and blend out that concealer.
I also use this opportunity to clean under my liner so that we have a sharper eyeshadow look.
For this part, I'm going in with my beauty sponge, and I get these from Real Techniques, from Ulta, anywhere. I really like beauty sponges, but I'm just gonna use this part to blend out that highlight because the Beauty blender just does a really good job at melting everything together. Beautiful. After my makeup, it's time to just set everything down with powders. I use the Anastasia Beverly Hills setting powder in Deep Peach. I go in and I use a powder puff. I love powder puffs for setting my under eye. Make sure everything is set and creaseless. Dab the excess away on my paper towel down here, and I'm just gonna start setting that loose powder on the areas that we highlighted. And powder puffs are just so good because of this angle on top. That triangle shape just really helps with getting in the tough spots that a fluffy brush honestly can't get in. And as an oily girl, like, it just helps with setting and making sure that you can just get in those spaces. Go in with my Laura Mercier setting powder in translucent medium deep. The fact that we can still see that e.l.f. blush come through even though we're adding powder, that means that it's doing a really good job with its pigmentation. Don't forget that neck, we apply foundation down there. My all-time favorite go-to product, the Juvia's Place bronzer in deep dark. I love this powder bronzer. I'm gonna be using my Real Techniques Rebel Edge medium brush. Go in between these two colors because the darkest one is really dark, and I don't want to, sometimes when I look at pictures from shoots and stuff, I'll be like, ooh, that was really dark. So I just try to mix those two and set those areas where we did have that bronzer. Contour my nose with that top bronzing shade. And this brush is from XOXO Tracy Cosmetics. She just sent me a whole bag of makeup brushes to try out, so I'm super excited that I got those. And one of the brushes is this one, which is perfect for nose contouring. Go over with that foundation brush that you use for your e.l.f. and go over a little bit. I don't mind going over with that a little bit so we can see that blush come through. Go in with my MAC highlight in Global Glow, and this is what I use to just bring back that beautiful highlight to my face. A good highlight, like for me, I'd rather have my face glisten than not at all, so I'm just gonna go ahead and light my brow bone. And I'm using this Real Techniques brush. I only use this for highlight on my brow bone, and this is the smudge brush. Going with my setting brush from Real Techniques and use this to highlight my cheekbones. Period. I'm not gonna use any blush on top because I really love what this e.l.f. blush is doing. It's just really subtle, pretty, and natural, so I'm gonna like leave my face like this. I'm going with the Milani Make It Last 16 Hours setting spray. The drugstore setting spray, but I love it. I'm gonna line our lips. I'm gonna line with a Wet n Wild brown liner. These are like 99 cents. I'm gonna go in with one of my mini glosses that I received from XOXO Tracy Cosmetics this week. I love this little gift giving package because you have like so many colors to choose from. Cute color. I'm going in with the Maybelline Lash Sensational Lucious Waterproof Mascara. Sometimes I be forgetting to put mascara, but I'm happy I remembered. Alright, well, I'm done with my makeup. That's the end of the makeup routine. Again, I'm a oily girl. We have our matte products and our matte precautions on our face, but it's still giving glowy, inner glow, inner joy. That's what we're giving, and I really love my makeup these days, and this is why. If you guys enjoyed this video, I hope you enjoyed my makeup process. I'm super happy that I was able to come on here and film one last video before the end of the year, but I'm so grateful for everyone that's been following my journey. And don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, share. Let me know what products I can incorporate for my makeup routine in the future, or let me know what you loved for my makeup routine. But yeah, till the next time, I hope you guys stay blessed, and thank you so much for watching this video. I'll be seeing you soon.